Oh, hello. I'm about to shave, and I thought I'd share with you my shaving experience. I use a little Phillips. This is going to take off most of the hair around my chinny chin, and then I'm going to shave using my very old Wilkinson sword shaver. It's very nice, isn't it? I have used these now for about 4 years. This blade has been in there for 20 shaves maybe, and each blade cost me about 12 pence, thereabouts. Okay, so compare that to your special shavers that don't last very long because they've got 5 blades in there. Absolute rubbish in my opinion. So to put that together, I've got this bit, screw that on there. I'll screw this up, so I always hold on to this and then tighten it, because I don't want the blades to stick into my skin, because that would hurt. So if I keep looking away, I've realised I'm looking at myself and I should be looking at you. Let's get rid of this first. Need to get rid of all that, because that's disgusting. If you've got hot water, don't shave in the mornings usually. If you're going to shave, shave in the afternoon. Hand towel, get it nice and wet. It softens the skin. Glasses steaming up. You want steam coming off it, but I do that a couple of times. I've just got out of the shower, so my beard's quite soft anyway, and then I use this stuff, super cooling gel. You can also use, just find what you like, but I've got this as well. I've got oil, Somerset's beard oil. Put a couple of drops on that first. Tend not to use it most of the time, but this is great when you're traveling. If you don't have a lot of space in your case, you just use some of this. It softens the beard, moisturises your skin a bit. Okay, so next thing, king shaves. That goes on top. My face is tingling now, which is good. And rub that in. Now right now my shaver is soaking away in the sink. Short strokes. You don't need to press, you just need to glide gently, and I always rub around, make sure I've got shaving gel, and I'm feeling also for bristles. Give me an idea what's gone and what hasn't, and there's still quite a lot there. Change sides. I'm just going to wet my fingers a bit. I've just rinsed the blade. Short strokes, and what I'm doing is I'm separating my chin, my jawbone. I'm doing a little bit here, and then I'm going down there, I'm separating it, and then I'm going to do this line next. Don't press on. Whatever you do not press. You're doing it very lightly. See, I can feel lots of stubble there. That's looking better already. Wet my finger, rinse the blade, and then I'm going to start with the moustache. I'm pulling my face like this because I don't want to cut my lip, I don't want to cut my nose. Do that a little bit because it's quite a lot. Okay, and that's still quite stubbly. I do one side. You can see the difference. Right. And then I'll do the other side. I always make sure that it's lubricated. That's why I do this a lot, because if my finger doesn't slide, that's not going to slide, and if that doesn't slide, you're going to cut yourself. I thick that out like that, you know. And then I can get that bit. Okay, so that's the basic, right? But we're going to have to do another pass. We're going to have to do 2 more passes. If you listen, you can hear that. Right, so I don't always put fresh water in, but there is a lot of blade hair in there. Always rinse the sink, especially when you live with a woman, because she is not going to be happy if you leave hair and shavings all around the sink, because it will stick and it looks minging and she'll fall out with you. Right? So clean up after yourself. Always leave it like you found it. Leave no trace. So now, wetting again. This video's taking longer than I thought. I have to do it in 2 videos. Another couple of drops of that. Because it feels nice and it wakes my face up. More shave gel, and I don't need a lot. I mean, look, that's hardly anything. It's just so it glides. Now, when we go upwards, this is when we have to be careful. We never rush your shave. A decent shave should take 15 minutes. I can do it in 5, but you miss bits. And I'll be driving and going, oh God, I missed a bit there. So, yeah, there's no rush. Okay, starting here. Upward strokes. And then I'm going to follow the line up to there. There the cheek. There. To the other side. Up to the jawline. And there. Cheek. There's not as much on this side as that side, but you know, everyone's different. Okay, now moustache. Start from the bottom. Little strokes, because this is where you cut yourself, or where I do anyway. I'm rinsing all the time, rinsing. Now this is the tricky bit. You don't want to go too far, you're going to cut your nose. And then here. Okay, still rough. Now I'm going to do my chin. I do it like this. Because going up, you cut. Now I can feel all that now. I can feel a lot longer here. Now, if I hold my skin with my fingers and pull along, I'll try and do this close. You might have heard that. When you pull it, it makes the hair stick out a little bit. So it's easier to grab on. It's a closer shave. I'm going to do the same this way. I'm not using my mirror now, I'm using the phone, which is weird. But then, it does look like a mirror, so whatever. Okay, now, that is the second pass. I've got lots of stubble around here. Always got to be careful of the Adam's apple. But because I've got a good blade, I can get pretty close without cutting myself. Got loads around here I need to get. Third blob. I'm not bothering with the oil this time. I hope you're finding this useful. If you are, please remember to subscribe and like. I'm going to start sharing tips and tricks that I've learnt in my 50 years. I never get this bit too close because it can be quite spotty and you can cut yourself. Okay. Now, if I wanted it to be perfect, I could spend a lot more time. I got places to go. I have nicked myself just there a little bit. I'm being very light. I'm just trying to take the tops of the hair. Just tidy this up a bit. Now, there are places where you can get good shavers. Plenty of them advertise. Plenty of them have got bloggers going on about them. This is 1960s, 1950s. I found it on a boot sale. I was very lucky. This is one that I bought on Amazon and they're miles apart. I think that cost me about 20 quid and I hardly use it. My daughter uses it for her eyebrows and her legs. But this, oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And that is about it. It is not, oh, I missed a bit there. Oh, I think I just cut myself. Okay. No, I saved this to the end because I hate doing this. I pull down my Adam's apple and very gently go over that. And then, oh, not happy with that. So I've got one little cut there. Right, what do we do when we cut ourselves? Don't cry about it, it's not a problem. You don't need to stick out. First of all, let me just rinse this, okay? So, I've just held it with the towel, hold it on the sides, unscrew, and then this gets rinsed under fresh water. Ooh, nearly dropped it because I'm normally looking what I'm doing. Never hold it on the sides, it'll go right through your fingers. I'm going back to my little towel and I'm going to hold that like that and then I'm going to dry it. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm holding with the normal towel. I've got the blade like that now and I'm drying that. I'm drying the top of the shaver. I'm putting the blade back into place. I'm just dabbing that with the towel. And then I've got this bit, I'm wiping that on the towel as well. I'm putting that together again. And then I'll put that back in my box, like that. Right. Now then, in here, I have, I don't know how old that is. It's probably as old as I am, but it's a septic stick. Do not put that in your mouth, do not lick it, it's poison, alright? But what I do, wet my finger, wet the end, like that. Right. And what that does is it closes up the cut. See, I think it's called alum. Oh, I've got another cut there, see, you've got to be careful, I told you this bit's always like that. You know you've got the right bit because it stings a tiny bit. But looking round, that's pretty good. Yep. Alright, dry that on a bit of your towel. You don't want to put that away wet, but you get a septic stick anyway. Now, finally, I hope you found this useful. I've been shaving, wet shaving for, when did I start shaving properly? Probably but when I was about 20, I think. I was late, and I don't really grow a big beard. I'm using this Restorer Original Moisturiser. You can use any facial moisturiser. Take my glasses off. Don't need a lot. This is alright because I can rub it all over my face. There's expensive stuff out there. You don't need it. I keep looking away from the camera. Sorry. You just need to make sure that you moisturise your face. I do anyway, because I've got eczema. Once you've rubbed that in, you are done. Do not put aftershave on. If you're going to put aftershave on, you're going to scream. It hurts. You don't need to be all manly, right? Put the moisturiser on. Aftershave after about 10 minutes. You can put some on if you want. Eau de cologne. You know, jobs are good and don't go mad, right? And that nearly didn't dry my. Nearly didn't dry that. There you go. That is that. That's my shaving kit. Get yourself one of them from somewhere. I really recommend feather blades. Alright, these are what you get. And they're amazing. They're proper short, made in Japan. But there's other ones. Derbies are good. Derby, I think they're made in India. They're alright. They're not as short. They don't last quite as long. But they are good. You get a good shave from them. Because you'll find Derby. You probably won't find feather cheap. If you're going to buy feather, buy a big box of them. I've got enough to last me a lifetime. I think it cost me 20 quid. Okie dokie then. Anyway, my name's Crispy T. This was my shaving video. I hope you found it useful. I'm back to being soft and beautiful again and kissable, as the wife says. And I hope you get on well with your shaving. Let me know if you've got any questions, ask. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and say hello and tell me how you get on. And show me your before and after pictures. You know, hairy, scruffy face and beautifully shaved face. That is the end of my Movember experiment. Thank you very much to everybody that supported me and donated. And remember, guys, check yourselves out. You know, if you're not sure about something, go and see your doctor. Please don't wait. Prostate cancer, testicular cancer, it's really serious stuff. I lost my best friend Brian to that, and I don't want to lose anybody else, including myself. So check your little fellas down there. If you have trouble, go and see the doctor. My name's Crispy T. See you all again. Bye bye now.